What's going on? Rob Zilla, still here in South Florida. I wanted to hop on here and just give everybody an update. Looking to do my own YouTube thing and potentially a podcast, basically just as a side thing to kill some time in my off days and stay interactive with the fans that I do truly appreciate. We'll call them fans. It's not like I'm anybody noteworthy, but I'll say friends. With the friends that I very much appreciate, that I've messaged and met and been in contact with since starting all this nonsense about two and a half years ago with the Delray Misfits and with Big Lenny. So a lot of rumors circulating as always right now. Some of you will notice that I did take some of the videos down that I did with Lenny. They're still accessible. I will repost them at some point, but basically what's going on is I'm very hurt by Lenny right now. I'm not going to get into detail with it. I'm not here to stir up drama. I wish Lenny the best. I really do. I'll always love the guy like a brother, and maybe that's why I was so hurt by him, just because of how close I got with him and how much I trusted him. But just to cancel out the speculation, what kind of happened was I obviously couldn't rely on just going to the gym with him and making goofy videos and posting them on YouTube. I couldn't rely on that as a living. It's expensive to live in South Florida, so I'm 29 years old. I had to get a job instead of jumping around from bar gig to bar gig. I had to get a career. So as you guys know, with all this Delray Misfits nonsense, you want to keep some things in your private life a secret. So when I did land an awesome job, I decided, which is sad, even though he is my best friend, I felt like I can't even really tell Lenny where I'm working because it's going to get out there. So what I decided to do was exaggerate some of the information as far as the location I'll be working at and the exact job. So if people start to say, oh, I hear you're doing this now in this location, I know it could have only came from one source. And, within a matter of weeks, I find out, he told so-and-so, who then told so-and-so, and then, everybody's on the Reddit and everybody's, speculating that I work here or there. And this is after I called them and I told them multiple times, I said, Lenny, I'd love to keep filming with you and doing these things, but I gotta get my affairs in order and really start a life for myself. So I said, please keep all this information a secret, because that if the trolls start finding out, it'll put this in jeopardy. And that's my livelihood. If I was gonna put in the effort and land a great job and start going through the process and training and getting excited, and my family's excited, my friends back home are excited, everybody's happy about it, all for some idiots to find out and start harassing the company and this and that. It's the last thing I needed. And he always said, Rob, I understand. You have nothing to worry about. And then lo and behold, he tells somebody who he knows I have issues with, and then that's all it took. And he should have known better. There's no excuse. I'm not going to hold it against him forever. As you guys know, I do believe in God. I do believe in forgiveness, but I feel like I can forgive him. But at the same time, this was just something that, a red flag that clearly confirmed I can't trust or associate myself with Lenny anymore. And it sucks, but at the same time, we're two different people. He's gonna live his life and I wish him the best, and I'm gonna live mine and whatever. So it was very hurt by that. You guys all know how the trolls operate, and just something that silly, him telling one person, is all it takes to risk my livelihood right now. So, people can speculate and say whatever they want, but that's basically the truth. I'm not going to get into it any more than that. I love Lenny. I wish him the best. And that's really all I want to say about that. I still talk to Brad almost every day. I consider Brad one of my best friends. And that's about that. So, again, people can say what they want or say that I'm detracting from the Del Rey Misfits, this and that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I've done over 150, close to 200 videos for the guy, and at the time it was mutually beneficial. Not necessarily financially, but I got to meet a lot of cool people through doing this nonsense, and it was just fun to kind of, I don't know, to be able to release a pre-workout for him. I know there's a big thing about me having my name on the label. That wasn't all my choice. Trust me, I wasn't that hungry for my name to be on it. I wanted to have great sales so that me and him can really live the dream of waking up, going to the gym, making videos, doing podcasts, and making a living off of it. Nothing crazy. We didn't need to make $100 grand a year, but 40 or 50 grand would have been nice, especially when you're releasing a video and there's thousands and thousands of people who it's bringing happiness to for 30 minutes to 60 minutes. And even though it is mostly nonsense, there is a lot of good lessons in some of the things that he says. He needs to take some of those lessons for himself, but again, no hard feelings for the guy. I'll always love Lenny. You guys know that if you followed us through the whole time since I moved down here. Even before I moved down here, I always said to myself in my head, like, Lenny should have his own channel so he has something for himself. And no disrespect to the Del Rey Misfits channel, it was always great, but I felt like Lenny was one of the main attractions, and that if he had his own channel, he could do really well. And to have that idea and then to come here and to make that happen for him, it felt really great. And even though he didn't become rich off of it, it still was a check that he got once a month going on almost 3 years now. So it does feel good that I was able to help him out in that way. And then also, getting him the job at the nightclub together. I really basically did his job for him. All he had to do was show up, and he got a paycheck. So it also felt great to help him out in that regard too. It was like payback for all the times where, I was miserable or I was depressed, and I can turn on one of his videos and just, I don't want to say escape because that'd be kind of lame, but it would help me get through the day when I really had nothing else going on. So that's that. So yeah, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna do my own little channel, whether it's podcasts. I've been out of the gym for a little bit, so I got to get back in the gym. I can make a little series about that. I want to get more into cardio-based shape rather than just lifting and trying to get bigger. I'm currently, I was like 240, 250 pounds, and I like to be, around 225, hopefully get into boxing or something like that. So that's about that for the little update about what's going on right now. And a lot of people are saying, oh, the Misfits are dead, the Genova verse, whatever the hell you want to call it, is dead. And, nobody can be a part of it anymore without their livelihood being at stake for basically no benefit. So that's the real issue, is the people who hide behind a computer screen and just want to see people's lives go to shit for their own entertainment. I mean, it's completely sick. These people are sociopaths, and there's no cure to it. It's not going to stop. No matter what you say to these people, it's just something that a normal person can not comprehend. Not to say that I'm normal, but whatever, that's that. So, quick update, and some other things I wanted to talk about right now. I'm sick of seeing, some of these channels going on and laughing about the whole Singerman situation, about what's going on with him. And even though he did kick us out of his gym and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not really one to hold a grudge. I completely understood not wanting nonsense or potential nonsense at your place of business. But I mean, if you had a wife and you had 3 kids and you're even looking at the idea of that amount of time, I mean, I know for sure that I would fall into temptation. I know for sure that I would lose my mind. And none of us are dealing with that type of pressure or that type of stress. So to be sitting back and to be laughing at the guy or making jokes about the guy, it's completely wrong on all levels. So I wanted to get that point out there. I'm not trying to kiss ass. There's nothing that I want from Aaron, obviously, or anybody affiliated with him, but it's just some things that I see on the internet now that I'm just kind of watching and not really involved much anymore. That kind of, it really irritates me, and it's very sad that people want to put somebody like that down when they're not in his position. You guys all know I love PJ Braun, so I'm not necessarily speaking on Aaron's character. I don't know the guy or anything like that, but just, you know, somebody looking at that sort of time, cut him a little slack, you know. So that's that. What else is going on? I'm gonna have to make a cut there, but